Hi everyone, thanks a lot for being here at like quite an early time in the morning. So yeah, we're very happy today to have you to speak about UX and security around wallets. You have like a bunch of different wallets represented here. So I think first we can maybe introduce ourselves. So very quickly, some developer relation at Consensys. So Consensys is a company of MetaMask and Linear. So yeah, and I will be moderating this panel today.
Hello everyone, I'm Will from Bitget Wallets. I'm currently the head of growth, leading the regional growth and helping to promote and ensure that more people downloaded our wallets in their mobile phone, and also ensure that, let me ask a quick questions. How many people knows that Bitget Wallet is actually a different app from Bitget Exchange? Okay, and I wish the rest of the people that didn't raise their hands can download the app during this sharing. Yeah, thanks guys.
Hi everybody, my name is Fady. I am the VP of Strategic Partnerships at Aya Wallet. Aya Wallet is an upcoming mobile-first self-custodian wallet with an AI agent capability in the middle that allows for frictionless DeFi transactions. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Eve. I am the Chief Information Security Officer from Trust Wallet. So we are the Web3 wallets that launch custodial, and our mission is to enable 200 million users to balance, the seamlessly browsing and enjoying the Web3 community opportunity, but at the same time protect them from scammer. So as part of the role of a CISO in Trust Wallet, and very nice to have a chance to talk to you guys. Thank you.
Hi, I'm FengYi. I'm from imToken. I'm a user researcher who care about people. Of course, our user is the most important one. And I help the team to bridge with the product team, with the marketing team, to make sure our product is understandable and make sure the user's voice can be heard from the team. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. So I think first topic we can talk about is on the UX side. I think we all doing self-custody wallet, right? But self-custody comes with some challenges in terms of UX side, so meaning like if the user lose his key, then he's losing access to his wallet, right? So the private key, it's an important element and critical element. So that's why, like recently, I think most wallets, including us, like implement social login. So we acquired Web3 host for that, and we launched, I think, last week, social login on MetaMask. But yeah, I wanted to know how you guys are approaching this. And I think we can start with you, FengYi, in what you're seeing in when you're doing user research. What are the key challenges you're seeing in terms of user experience around this?
Yeah, exactly. I think the Web3 wallet, non-custodial wallet, one of the biggest challenge in the past was like, hey, user, this is your secret phrase. Just keep it. Just don't lose it. But this is really secure, but it's not so easy for the newcomer to understand. Can be scary sometimes, because if you lose, the secret phrase, you lose everything. But I think the good thing about that is now we have some more smart technology, like the cloud backup to back up the secret phrase, and also something like the social login, etc. And in this kind of smart way, user don't need to worry too much about forgetting the secret phrase, and be able to explore, the Web3 community, and also different opportunities. That's really the future of the Web3 wallet can enable us to do all this kind of smart simplicity.
Yeah, I don't know if someone want to add more.
Yeah, I can add a bit here. So I think when I just joined this field, this idea of non-custodial thing is very abstract to me, because the way I use it, when the product asks me to write down all the different words, I don't know what does that mean. And in Mandarin, literally, it means help you to remember something. And that didn't really help me. At least I don't feel it. So I think one thing I want to point out is the real the real security, how secure the product is, and how to make people feel it's secure, is two different ideas. And usually in a company, there are way too many technical people who understand in reality how secure it is, but too less people who try to convince our users or try to send a message to a user why this is secure, because of course the background, the very complex technology, how to transfer what key to what key and help you to protect, etc. You don't need to tell the whole story, but it's like buying a cosmetic product. You don't need to know what's really inside, but you need to know how to use it and what is the value that mechanism brings to the user, which I think, especially in Web3, that is like way more less emphasized when we are trying to deliver a message to our users. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think, for example, one of the most common question I have around MetaMask is like, are you guys like collecting IP data on us and everything? And there's also something like a misconception I had when I first joined the company. I asked my engineering team, I was like, so are we collecting any data on users? And just like, no, like because as much as we can, we want to try to avoid getting subpoenaed by any government, right? So for that, you need to be very careful on the data collection. And so I can assure everyone, like, the wallet itself should not collect any data. I mean, there is no point. The RPC will, probably. So that's also why then you have to do some partnership. I mean, maybe, Fady, we can talk about that actually, like what kind of partnership you can do on this kind of privacy side if you have, I think, at Aya. If you, like, or even for the security side for your users, you have to do a bunch of partnership, I think, around those topics. But yeah, it's a very different approach to, like having something secure and having something that user feels is secure or privacy preserving, right?
Yeah, I think the users, at the end of the day, they don't want the responsibility of all sorts of apps. They don't want the responsibility of having to worry about something. They are happy to delegate the responsibility, and the game is how much we can give them the centralized experience while remaining a self-custodian wallet, right? That's the name of the game. And I think the most common approach right now that everybody's using is Face ID, device, trusted enclaves, etc. So I think it's working pretty well right now in that, and I think we're gonna keep on using this for, I think right now this is the best solution, yeah. And that's I mean, the name of the game right now, yeah.
Yeah, on secure enclave, actually, I'm happy to hear a bit like, or you guys are using it. If you're using it, like, do you have any like passkey implementation, for example, or not? We don't, right? But it's a question that I have sometimes, like, because I saw some, I think it was with Paradigm last month in San Francisco. They were presenting the Ithaca team present Porto, and Porto is, I think it's a nice SDK. I don't think it's like the future of wallet for now because there is so many limitations. But I don't know if you guys are exploring some stuff around it. Yeah.
Well, we are definitely going to, so we're pre-release, obviously,
yeah.
But we are going to follow suit with, I think, every single wallet. I've used Bitget, I've used OKX, etc.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to do some research, right? And I think everybody's using passkey, and it's very convenient. Passkey, Face ID. You know, users have a lot of things to worry about in their daily lives, and I think accessing their wallet should not be one of them. So what is the best solution at hand right now is delegating the security to the device. So passkeys are very, MCPs, passkeys, Face ID are definitely something that we will be implementing and we will be using. Maybe Will can talk a bit more about how they're doing it.
Yeah, we got a passkey solutions at the moment, and we also got, because previously we got we try to make the users, because one of the target we try to do is that we want to make the Web2 users also be pretty easily to access to all this stuff. And this 12 C phrase, 24 C phrase is actually pretty hard for like our mom, our parents to use it. So this is also the reason why we're starting to implement the MPC stuff. This MPC one is actually pretty, lots of users really love this stuff. it's easy. You just use it and use your email to verify everything. You don't really need to doing your C-phrase stuff. Just verify it on your email. And also like a social login is as well. So try to ensure that all the user experience being pretty intuitive, but at the same time it's pretty security. And I think this is the first thing on the product side, but I also want to add on another thing is that because DeFi stuff, no matter how much product innovation you did, the other thing is that because it's still pretty complicated to your users. This year we do lots of offline educational stuff. Really need to do a face-to-face to tell your users, like in Africa, in Latam, we do lots of street walks. We go on the streets and directly show the users, hey, do you guys know what is the DeFi wallet is? Do you know what is the C-phrase? Do you know how to use the MPC? Lots of people still afraid of downloading their wallets because this is pretty new to them to transfer something. And most of the users still want to blame someone when their asset stole in the exchange or their asset stole in the on-chain stuff. So educational stuff, I think, would be something that we still need to keep doing while doing the product innovation at the same time.
Yeah, I think we can open the question to everyone. Yeah, like what's the most, like the biggest thing you're doing to onboard all users, like and to help them when they have a problem? I think then it comes to like one of the biggest hidden costs in wallet, which is the support team. We have a huge support team, right? Like people don't realize, but like having a free wallet is having crazy infrastructure costs for RPCs, and it's also having a crazy cost for your support team. Because obviously, if assets are getting stolen, I mean, you can't change it, right? But if you don't have a support team that is here to answer people, then you're on Google Play Store or like on Apple Store, you will get a 0.5 like out of 5 star, right? So yeah, what's the biggest thing you're doing to help your users on this side?
I would say, well, to enable a newbie to explore Web3 is not straightforward because most of the people, they are more into get used to the Web2 world that, hey, okay, you give me username and then I have a password, but I just forgot the password and somebody will reset the wallet for me. But we have received quite a lot of CST people say, oh, I forgot my secret phrase, just reset my account. So it's just to show that we need to enable our user. We need to make them to have an onboarding experience as seamless as the Web 2. But when we do more education, we make seamless, smooth user experience. So now they understand how it works. And when they becoming more confident, I hope one day everyone become a degen, then they will actually, Trust Wallet is not only for newbie. We also have advanced settings. Hey, you can select different providers for swap. You can have a stronger security. Actually, we have different level of settings that, you know, just like teaching a child, you don't give them all the freedom at the beginning, but you also want to, you know, help the user to become an expert. At the same time, not turning us into a centralized, you know, database or exchange, but keep the user sovereignty at the same time enable them to enjoy the world. I think that is a piece of art. I think just like what, you know, Bitget, what we are doing, we have been doing a lot of user survey. What is your pain point? Why make you stop, you know, from using non-custodial wallets? Hey, lots of people like, hey, I got scammed. That's why in Trust Wallet, we have something called security scanner. So when a user send, you know, the crypto to somebody, we actually do some scanning. Oh, this address you're sending to belong to a scammer. So just don't do it because you may lose all the money. But at the same time, we didn't block them. Unlike centralized exchange, we block them, we don't. We just want the user, please, I think this is higher risk. Make a you know, good decision before you move ahead. I think that the day-to-day seamless education to the user to balance between the user security and also the usability.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I'm thinking like centralized and decentralized is not either or. I think I see it as a spectrum. We need to make a lot of product decisions to be able to feel like, okay, we are more pro-decentralized, or now we want to attract more Web2 users. So if some of the decision we make like more pro-centralized, but eventually we will gradually closer to the decentralized world. I think for all the different products, all the different wallets, we make decisions differently because we have different strategy, and which is, I'm seeing like more and more technology enable us to make us come closer to the decentralized world. In my company, imToken, we are trying to get closer to the decentralized world. What does that mean? That means we need to communicate a lot of information with the users. They need to sign a lot of things. Sometimes they understand, sometimes they don't. But we try the best to communicate with them from all the different channels, right? All the channels that people are familiar with. Sometimes people call us or message us or whatever ways, right? But all these different things, I think, from internally in the company, we need to realize like, oh, technology is not the only important things. Like, I guess most of the company, we have maybe 80% of people, 90% of people, they are very familiar with computer science, right? But today, we are all sitting here. I guess most of us, we are already in this crypto world. It's very hard for us like attract one Trust Wallet user to come to imToken wallet, and it's not very meaningful. We need to attract more people from outside of crypto world into this field, and all the different companies try to get with like different product to try to fulfill different users' needs. Now we need to think about how to communicate with different type of user from different walks of life, and that is I see that's the beauty of product developing process, because you have so many different options. It's not just about what you do, it's about what you choose not to do as well. And like you are trying to communicate with this group of users, you need to prepare a material that they can understand. They don't know as much about technology as us. They are not as patient as us. They are not motivated as us. They don't have intention. I think the beauty of like trying to build this positive loop. Before they give up, we give them some incentive. Before they like feel frustrated, we tell them, hi, we are here to help. It's okay for you to reach out. Having that sense and helping our new users to feel in that way, that is like, see, maybe marketing should do something, maybe it's about the product, maybe it's about the whichever functions. Everyone should work together and acknowledge that, okay, now we want to align on, we want to focus on this topic for this group of users to achieve what goal. That is, I think for now, for many companies, is a big challenge as well.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, and one of the biggest challenge now is that we can also jump on this, like the cross-chain thing, which, because it's very easy, like if you stay, I think, under the EVM ecosystem now to move your assets. But it's not the case as soon as you want to go to like jump on Solana or Bitcoin, then you want to go to Cosmos ecosystem and the IBC chain, and then you don't understand everything because like there is even for very experienced users, like those ecosystems are quite confusing. So yeah, I don't know how you manage that. I mean, on our side, we're trying to have like a unified bridge interface. I think that's the most common thing. But then you need a lot of partnerships for that as well, because for every ecosystem, you have specialized bridges, you have specialized company doing this, and you need also to have liquidity everywhere. Otherwise, your power users can't bridge. So I don't know how you manage that on Bitget or
Yeah, I can share a bit more on this. This is also the reason why when I personally switch from other wallets to Bitget wallets, for my personal experience, the cross-chain stuff is the most complicated user experience from my personal user experience. How we try to improve this on our side, there got two things. One is that when you try to swap, how can you directly switch to choose which assets you want to switch. Let's make it more simple. When you try to buy, they got a Ghibli assets pretty hot this March, and for the first day it was on Solana, and the second day it was on BNB. When you want to buy it on BNB and second day is on Solana, how to switch it and really fast. This is the first thing. To click it directly simply on the buy BNB Solana directly. This is the first one. The second one is that how to ensure you always got a little bit gas fees in BNB, a little bit on Solana, a little bit on Base, and a little bit on Arbitrum. And who knows, tomorrow there's a little bit on Say. So this is something we do is that we make it the abstract gas fee. We call it get gas. So you only need to put a little bit ETH, USD, or also the BGB in your get gas features. Then we will directly turn it into all the gas you need across different chains. Currently, we can do the cross chain on 28 to 29 different chains. So all this cross chain can be happen within seconds. So this is something that happens in seconds. There is no frictions. You can do it pretty fast. The thing is that we make the UI pretty intuitive. From the people who never know what is the cross-chain mean, they don't really need to understand what the cross-chain really would happen. So previously, you need to switch from different wallets, and you also need to check, is this wallet supporting this chain or not? If not, I need to transfer from this wallet to this wallet. So we need to supporting as much chain as possible. We're currently supporting over 130 chain to ensure that all of the assets that can be, all the assets that our user want to trade it is supported. So this is something that we try to do is that on the very, very simple user experience that our user can feel like no matter what he want to do, it's pretty simple user experience. And on this type of cross-chain stuff, what he feels is that just one click, and no matter it's on the gas fee, no matter it's on the cross-chain, it's pretty simple as well. Yeah, so this is what we currently do on the abstract and cross-chain stuff. Yeah.
If you want to add.
Yeah, that's very interesting because one of the biggest frustrating moments in the history of anyone who has ever used self-custodian wallet is when you realize you're on a chain and you don't have gas fee to take it out and you're just lost and there's almost no support, you don't know what to do, you're at sea and you don't know what to do, right? So I think the get gas feature from Bitget is very, very useful. I'm sure having a centralized exchange in the back helps a lot with that. Doing I think cross-chain is something that we do pretty well now in the space. Cross-VM still requires a lot of, I think guardrails are important to explain to the user you're about to go to another VM, make sure you have enough gas, etc. If you do not, there is get gas, there is this. Offering solutions, I think is very important. At the end of the day, users don't want to understand what's going on under the hood. When you go and you turn on your car, you don't know how the engine works most of the time. Thank God, otherwise a lot of people wouldn't be driving. If you go to your bank, when the banker offers you a 5% return, they don't expect you to understand the underlying.
And almost no one wants it. Like,
yeah, it's I know bankers who don't understand what they're selling, right? So I think the most important thing that we're trying to achieve, especially with our AI capability, is natural language to DeFi. It's not for, I wouldn't say power users, we're not really power users, I would say, but people like us, natural language is actually more, hey, where can I get the best yield? Yo, I know how to go and check it analog, in a more analog way, right? But for the people who are just onboarding, hey, where can I get the best yield on ETH? Hey, what's the best yield on RWA right now? On this protocol, on this chain, invest. Click. That's all they need to know. Now, how we handle and the whole thing under is partnerships. A lot of time spent in partnerships, a lot of time spent in integrations. We have recently done a Hyperliquid integration and a GMX integration, which means that you can go and trade on Hyperliquid on a mobile wallet, having a sort of a centralized exchange experience from what you see. It looks like an order book. So users like that, but also users when they download, I think, a self-custodian wallet, it's a conscious choice, right? Of wanting to get, why would anybody go on a self-custodian if they do not go on a centralized exchange? I think the two answers is either they want to be custodian of their assets, and I don't think a lot of people nowadays like that's what they're looking for, or they want access to more assets, right? Because centralized, by definition, are tied to whatever assets they're allowed to list, right? So if you want to access more, you need to go self-custodian way. but you do not want to also give away the security of a centralized exchange and the feel of a centralized exchange. So I think finding that sweet spot is what everybody's working on right here.
Yeah, very similar experience. I would say decentralization has the beauty, but also the headache for new joiners. Exactly the same issue, the gas fee. Why do I need to remember I swap from, I don't know, Ethereum to Solana? I have to prepare that token for gas fee. I also do not need to understand what's the difference between a swap and a bridge. I just want to swap from this token to another token. I saw a meme coin is pumping. I want to swap. So, but at the same time, it should not be the job for the user to worry about the bridging risk. It should be something they focus on, catch the moment and catch the pump. So, so what Trust Wallet did, last year we launched our smart contract wallet. It's changed a lot of the whole account abstraction. But this year we also have something called Flex Gas, which is supported by the Ethereum protocol called EIP 7702. It's enable the user to just use the token they already in the wallet to pay the gas fee. And we also have in our roadmap to sponsor this kind of gas fee. So the user do not have to worry about, I need to prepare and buy this unknown token in order to supply for the gas. I think that is really the futuristic roadmap that the user can enjoy the simplicity like a centralized exchange, like a bank, but at the same time enjoy the solvency like a decentralized Web3 user. Because we want to, because Trust Wallet we support more than 100 different kind of chain. We do not want the user to send the money to another wallet to do the swap and then send it back. We want the user to be able to use one-stop shop in order to facilitate all the swap and has the simplest user experience. Because also it's safe to do all this kind of swap in our wallets. Whenever the user send fund, whenever the user swap, we always do security scanning. If we flag any malicious behavior, our AI will warn the user and make sure the user are comfortable before the user go ahead.
I think when I just joined this field, you think about, now everyone take it as like granted, but you think about gas fee, this idea. Why should I even pay a gas fee to do something, right? In the Web2 users, they don't have this idea at all, right? So I think we try to try out different ways of doing things. One way is we try to absorb it. We try to implement some kind of paymaster technology, or with that other sponsor to pay this fee. This is like we are trying to test out which one works the best, and eventually we want people don't feel about this as a barrier, because as a new user, sometimes you just need to try a different way, and along this trying way, you get frustrated. You don't want to try this anymore because you get hurt. We want to prevent that from happening, but I have to say, at the moment, we are still trying different ways. Even we are thinking about like some kind of idea. Imagine if like, for example, if the interface, the front-end interface, is actually connected to the blockchain, and the user can see it. If they want to test it out, they can test it out. So that means that all their interaction, they can directly see what's behind, but in a way that they can understand. But also like across all the different platforms, it can be on a watch or on a PC, on your phone, whichever way. But of course, we are like multiple things we need to do before we can reach there. But at least like trying different way things and see which one works the best. That's probably our approach for now.
Thanks a lot. I think we're on time. So thanks a lot to all of you for all the answers. I think it was quite interesting. There is multiple subjects that we could not speak on, like compliance and all those kind of things, like we can't avoid getting banned from Google Play Store every 3 weeks as well. But yeah, we'll speak about that like in another panel maybe. So thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.